Welcome back to Lingoni English. My name's Brian. In this video, I'm going to teach you 10 ways to say understand in American English. Let's take a look. The most common way to say understand is to get something. To get something. This is a little bit informal, but it's very common and it's used everywhere. So, for example, I do not get this newspaper article. I don't get this newspaper article. So, if you're reading an article, like a story, in a newspaper, and you don't understand it, you could say this. And another example, my mom doesn't get me. My mom doesn't get me. This is typical for teenagers to say, maybe from 13 to 16 years old, about their parents. When you say someone doesn't get you, it means they don't understand how you feel or maybe why you make the choices that you make. Notice that when I say the word get, I can say the T at the end, get, or I can just say get. To get someone. So you don't pronounce the T at the end, but you just make the word shorter and the T cuts off here. Get. Get. Our next expression is gotcha. Gotcha. Now, this is a contraction for the words I have got you. I've got you. Or gotcha. Now, this expression is definitely not formal. It's mostly just used between friends and maybe family. And because this expression is less polite, if a friend is telling me a story and maybe they're sad and I'm trying to show that I understand where they're coming from, or I understand how they feel, I probably won't say gotcha. So when would you say this? Imagine that you're making plans with someone and they say, we should go shopping before we have dinner because the stores will close before restaurants close. And here I might respond by saying, okay, gotcha, or gotcha. Note this expression has some other uses as well. For example, if you actually catch someone or something like a little bug or a fly, you might say, gotcha, meaning you have caught the thing. So I have got you. Another use is to casually or in a relaxed way say that you're paying for someone else. So if you're having drinks with a friend and the bill comes, you might say, I gotcha. And that's a relaxed way to say that you're paying. Way number 3 to say you understand in English is, I feel you. I feel you. Now, this is a very warm and kind expression because you're telling the other person you know how they feel. Either you feel it now or you've felt this in the past. So if somebody says, oh, I'm too tired to do laundry today, or I'm too tired to wash my clothes today, you might say, I feel you. I feel you. Or you could say, I feel that. I feel that. Expression number 4 is to see where someone's coming from. To see where someone's coming from. This is similar to I feel you because you show understanding for why someone does something. Let's look at an example sentence. Saul is angry with Pete because he doesn't see where Pete is coming from. Saul is angry with Pete because he doesn't see where Pete is coming from. Expression number 5 is for sure. For sure. Watch the pronunciation here. So you're saying for sure, but it's pretty heavy on the R. For sure. For sure. I only started to say this expression a few years ago. I usually say this when I'm listening to a story or when I agree with someone. So someone might say to you, I want to take the train instead of the bus because the train is faster. And you might say, for sure. And here when you say for sure, you show that you agree with them and that you understand. For sure is a little less formal, but I still use it in almost all contexts. Number 6 is really simple, and it's I see. I see. For example, if someone says the paper is due next week, so you need to give a writing assignment to the teacher next week, you could respond by saying, I see. Oh, I see. Next is to get the picture. To get the picture. This is often used to talk about understanding a situation. You can imagine that you're just a small part of a whole picture. And so to get the picture means to understand the whole picture. Now, this expression is often used when you're frustrated or angry or you don't have patience. And in these situations, it's not very polite, so it's not very formal. Let's look at some examples. I don't think you get the picture. You've made the same mistake 10 times. I don't think you get the picture. You've made the same mistake 10 times. You can also say to get the point. To get the point. So if someone's explaining something to you and you understand what they're saying, you might say, yeah, I get the point. Yeah, I get the point. Or yeah, I get your point. Expression number 8 is you catch my drift. You catch my drift? This is usually used in question form. You catch my drift? And because it's more casual and more relaxed, you don't need to say do in the beginning of the question. And because the expression is relaxed, it does not sound rude and it does not sound impatient. Now, what's a drift? To drift means to float in a certain direction on top of water. So you might imagine some wood drifting down a river, and you can imagine instead that it's an idea, and you have to catch the idea or the wood that's floating down the river. Number 9 is comprehend. Comprehend. This word is more academic, and it means to understand more fully or completely. So for example, not a lot of people comprehend how big the number 1 billion is. Not a lot of people comprehend how big the number 1 billion is. And our last expression, expression number 10, is to grasp. To grasp. Now, to grasp means to take something in your hand and hold it well. To grasp something. So you can imagine the thing you're grasping is an idea instead. Now, this word is used in all kinds of settings, but it's more formal or more academic. For example, it's important to grasp the ideas of basic math before continuing to advanced algebra. It's important to grasp the ideas of basic math before continuing to advanced algebra. So you can imagine a teacher might say this. It's also a good word to use informally too, just because of the picture that it paints of grabbing something. For example, the child could not grasp why his uncle did not want to swim. The child could not grasp why his uncle did not want to swim. There you have it, 10 ways to say understand in American English. Go ahead and practice using these new expressions in the comment section below with a sentence or two. Thanks for watching Lingoni English. See you next time. Gotcha. Or gotcha, and you've caught it. Catcha.